Hello dear students, now today we are going to discuss another important chapter in your class 7 science, that is chapter number 5, acids, bases and salts. It is a very important chapter beta. Okay, so as we know that there are large number of substances which we use in our daily life. Okay, and if we talk about the nature, we talk about the taste of these substances, the taste is not the same, because some substances they taste sour, some as bitter, some salty, some are sweet, and even some are tasteless also. Okay, so for this we have performed an activity. In this what we have done is we have tasted different substances. Okay, and the substances have been tabulated here as you can see. Okay, and then after tasting these substances we have recorded our observations here. Okay, so from this table, as you can notice here, that the taste of lemon juice, okay, vinegar, curd again I have written here, tamarind, that is imli, unripe mango and amla, all these taste, what the taste of all these substances is sour. Okay, whereas the taste of baking soda solution, okay, the taste of bitter gourd, that is what it is, bitter. Okay, so we can say that the substances which taste sour, all those substances which taste sour, okay, these taste sour because they contain some acids in them. Okay, or we can say that the chemical nature of these substances is what is, it is acidic. The chemical nature will be acidic and they are containing acids in them. Okay, that means if I talk about lemon juice, so we can say that the chemical nature of lemon juice is what, it is acidic, because it contains some acids in it. Okay, now the word acid, it is derived from a Latin word, that is acere, A-C-E-R-E. It is derived from the Latin word acere, and the meaning of this acere is what, it is sour, and thereby this name came into existence. Okay, now let us learn about the naturally occurring acids. Okay, now what are these acids? The acids which occur in fruits and vegetables, that means the acids which occur naturally in the fruits or vegetables, these are known as naturally occurring acids. Okay, these are what, these are very weak acids and also known as organic acids. That means the naturally occurring acids, they are found in fruits and vegetables. These are weak acids and these are also known as organic acids. Okay, now here some naturally occurring acids have been given. Okay, like the name of the acid is acetic acid. This is a naturally occurring acid and it is found in vinegar, whereas this formic acid, it is found in ants' sting. Okay, citric acid, it is found in the citrus fruits like oranges, lemons. Okay, lactic acid, it is found in curd. Oxalic acid, it is found in spinach. Ascorbic acid in amla, citrus fruits. Okay, tartaric acid in tamarind, grapes, unripe mangoes. In all these substances, okay, tartaric acid is present. Okay, let me show you the diagram of this. Now see, from this diagram we can see that these are some of the examples of the common acids which are present in various food items. Okay, the first one is curd. In this what is present? Lactic acid. The grapes have been shown to you. In this tartaric acid is present. Lemons, citrus fruit, that means citric acid is present there, and vinegar. Okay, in this what is present? Acetic acid. Okay, so these are the common acids which are present in various food items. Okay, some common acids. Now what are mineral acids? Okay, so the mineral acids, as the name suggests, that these acids, these are obtained from the minerals. Okay, and these acids are also known as what? These acids are also known as inorganic acids. These are very strong acids. Okay, the examples of certain mineral acids have been given here. Like we have sulfuric acid. The formula of this sulfuric acid is what? It is H2SO4. The second one is hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. Okay, nitric acid, HNO3. phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4. Now these are some of the mineral acids which are very strong acids. Okay, and do take care while writing the symbols of these acids. Okay. Now these mineral acids, these are very important for us, as these are used in the manufacture of fertilizers, industrial chemicals, explosives, dyes and pigments. Okay, and you know that in chapter nutrition in animals we have studied that this acid, okay, one acid is present in our stomach, and that is known as what? It is named as hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. Okay, and we also know that what is the function of HCl? Yes, it kills the bacteria that comes along with the food. Okay, it makes the medium acidic so that the pepsin can work on it, that is an enzyme that can act upon the food. Okay, so this hydrochloric acid, it helps in the digestion process. Okay, now the function of this HCl generally, like in our day-to-day activities also it is used. Okay, and this HCl or hydrochloric acid, it is used for cleaning the tiles, wash basins and the toilets, etc. Okay, now let us learn what are concentrated and diluted acids. Okay, now all the acids are solutions of acidic gases in water. Okay, all the acids, these are what? These are the solutions of acidic gases in water. Now what is a concentrated acid? You must have seen in the laboratory that it is mentioned as CONC, that is conc H2SO4 we say, or concentrated acid, or in some bottles it is written as DIL, that is dilute acid. Now what does these mean? Okay, so what is a concentrated acid? It is a solution that contains maximum amount of the acidic gas. Okay, the solution that contains the maximum amount of the acidic gas will be known as concentrated acidic. Suppose if we are saying concentrated H2SO4, that means it is containing the maximum amount of sulfuric acid. Okay, next is dilute acid. Okay, so this is the solution which contains lesser amount of the acidic gas, that means more water will be present in this solution. Okay, and that is why it is named as dilute acid. Okay, and this dilute acid, how is it prepared? It is prepared by slowly adding the required amount of concentrated acid into the calculated amount of water. We can't do the reverse. Okay, we have to add the required amount of concentrated acid into the calculated amount of water, and then we have to continuously stir it also. By that only we can prepare the dilute acidic solution. Fine. So now these mineral acids, these are very corrosive. Okay, and they may also cause skin burns. These mineral acids should be handled with care, as these are very corrosive, they may harm us. Okay, and they should be never touched or tasted. Okay, so while going into a laboratory we should pay certain precautions over there. We should handle these acids with care. Okay.